75 victory for New Haven on the day as Ethan Simmons launches a three, but he can't convert. Who also had a big game off the bench a couple of days ago. That one's thrown in. DeMariante Hall with this dunk. Going to reprise his role, potentially being the first man off as King at the soft spot of the zone. Can't convert. Wachuku with the O board. Goes straight back up and scores. In his second season, averages about 7 points per game. It's very much if Pope can get off to the hot start, and then you hope Franklin Pierce is. It's a very different team from what we saw a year ago when these two squads met down in New Haven. As JaVale Cherry knocks the three in terms of knocking them in. But they're going to take a lot of threes.
Yeah, they're going to take a lot. I think it's going to be a great.
Pope lost the dribble. He was not able to keep his pivot foot. 5 and 6 in conference play. And with the schedule that they have coming up over the next couple of weeks, as New Haven are preparing a hockey-style line change at the next whistle. 2 there for Zaire Miller.
Really pushing past the three-point line.
Kicks to Traore, line drive 3 off. I mean, you have to change things if Pierce because you look at the last couple of games, giving up 105 to Southern Connecticut State at home and then 94 on Wednesday. Throwing his own could be enough to throw him off.
Yeah.
Sharif Brown, a 3 is good. From inside the perimeter.
They've already taken 9?
They've already taken 9. But Franklin Pierce responding with 2 of their own. Hall swung underneath. Hall fronted on Morse. That's a strong take. Too strong. Gets his own rebound. Hall up once again. Up and under. A third time a charm perhaps. Yes. And he'll go to the line. Traore trying to blow by. Kicks it into the corner. Sharif Brown knocks it in. He checks in. Where's 25? Pope. 17-footer is good. How about it?
That's interesting.
Feet underneath. Prendergrass, 3-footer, just a bit too strong. And Cyrus Grisby nearly had it outstanding. They don't have that much give.
Not at all.
Definitely at least a yard and a half, though. As King completes the old-school three-point play. Seth Sharif Brown trying to beat his way through the zone. The 3 from King is off the mark, and it's going to go the other way. Forgot until now the connection. So, hey, the kids that go there, you see the school plenty enough anyways. Might as well go there. That 3 is knocked in. It's Jaquise Kemp.
But they have it on like the 15-footer.
How about that for a take?
Yeah.
Trevon Thomas.
Great finish.
You leave a school and then you go right back to it. Wagay, strong take with the left and scores. Abubakar Wagay. Miller. Comes here to Pope. Goes by Wachuku. That's so pretty from Dante Pope.
The seam of the Ravens there. Would love to see that get in a finish.
It's also, Coach O'Tailing not using a timeout to wake his group up a little bit. Equally as surprising. Turnover leads to a chance. Zaire Miller, he gets blocked. That might get the Chargers going. Leads to a break. Wachuku, yes! A block from one end by Seth Sharif Brown, and Ugo Wachuku forces Mike Ruan to call a full timeout. We'll take one as well, but Franklin Pierce officials are going to talk this over. His fall to the floor was Pope. Yep, count the basket for Seth Sharif Brown. Prendergast hands it off. Kemp, mid-range is good. In the shot clock. Simmons inside to King. Tries to get past 2, which he doesn't, scores.
Yeah, I love that look from King.
Now Franklin Pierce have a chance to extend their lead back to double figures, which is what they'll do. Nice finish by Noah Toussaint. Corners trying to change things up a little bit. It also does help that New Haven haven't heated up from the perimeter. Tristan Jeffries trying to change that with a made bucket. King reverses back to Jeffries. One more time. George, baseline. Beautiful take on the baseline.
I think if...
So 1 foul left to give for the Chargers before free throws. Hall, beautiful take.
Hall's really having himself a night. He doesn't really...
Now King once again trying to get around the screen of Najimi George. Gives it back to the freshman, knocks it in. Mohammed feeds underneath. Wachuku, good persistence. Bullying his way inside. Ugo Wachuku coming off of his 18-point performance on Wednesday against Franklin Pierce. Or excuse me, against Assumption, trying to carry it into Franklin Pierce against his old mob. That one goes in. Pierce Prendergast. Jalakai, 2 of 7 from the floor today. And he gets that one to go in. Now up to 9 points. Jeffries goes back to Jalakai, gives it back to Tristan. A long 3 off the front of the iron, but it rattles in. Baseline look for a kick. Little runner is good. Trevon Thomas gets it and a timeout taken on simple 10-foot passes. And then 2 times they've stepped out of bounds. That leads to a 3 ball. There's Jaquise Kemp. King gets it to go in. Needed that. They need to be good with the ball here. They've turned it over 11 times today. Wild take for Mohamed Trayor. Quickly ahead with DeMariante Hall. Beautiful pass underneath, and Pierce Pendergast gets it to go. Down the wall from deep. They have hit 7 threes, but they're 7 of 28. Simon in transition. Good.
So it's
Pope again on those 4 fouls. Important for Franklin Simon. Simon underneath. Grisby trying to step through. That's great defense, but Grisby puts it in.
Yeah, I love that effort from Grisby going in for rebounds, but it just hasn't been that as aggressive and as consistent as they feel like the Chargers normally are.
Weak side rebound. The basket is good from George. Far away from the basketball court. 5 minutes to go. Franklin Pierce have led wire to wire. Shot off the mark, but the rebound is put in. DeMariante Hall. 2 more for him. King slithers his way through, kicks it to a wide open Sharif Brown. 3's off the mark, but look at Najimy George once again. Board and a score. That's a heck of a defensive play.
Without a doubt.
And then get the bookends. Nice find. As he goes back up the floor. Under 3 minutes to go. Again, it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
It's good active hand. Sayer Miller knocks it away. It's a 3-on-1. Dumps it off to Pope. Little runner is good. And Ted O'Tailing uses Franklin Pierce finally beat Mercy right before the holiday break as Jeffries can't line that in. So they're trying to end the month on a high. Also a win for Franklin Pierce gets him out of the cellar in the league, but Najimy George splashes in. Thomas will go to the bench. Now, New Haven do not need a 3 in this situation. You still can get a 2.
Mm-hmm. No matter what.
Simon goes back to King, swings it to George, who will attack the baseline. It's a strong take, and he scores. Ted O'Tailing uses his penalty. Only have 1 timeout left. So now it's got to be quick triggers. Across to King. Again, Franklin Pierce sticking with the 2-3 zone. Inside,
Good
Jeffrey
look.
scores.
A little bit. Only drop 1 more. Go on a little run towards the end of the season. That you're in playoff contention.
You are in playoff contention. And you can see DeMariante Hall saying to his guys, this is our